What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. All right, the Winterbox events are done. We're back to normal Tarkir Dragonstorm drafting, as the season has reset recently, so we're going to climb our way back to Mythic. We've opened a Bloomvine Regent for our, just a singular rare this time. Pretty solid one. 5 mana, 4/5 flying, gain 3, and even maybe more, depending on how many dragons you got. Rally the Monastery is fantastic. Forecaster's fine. I would never take it this early. Focus the Mind, Dawnbreaker. Clearly a Bloomvine Regent. And hope that we don't have to go Boros. Hopefully we can draft some cool dragon deck. So, do we want to follow that up with the Stadium Headliner, the rare being passed to us? What is the best card here? Frontier Bivouac's pretty good. Pack Beast solid. Blizzard's fine. It's probably one of those 4 cards, right? The Pack Beast, the Bivouac, the Blizzard, the Headliner. The Headliner might be like the maybe quote-unquote best card in the pack. But the Bivouac, I think, is a better choice, if that makes sense, right? The Headliner really only goes into one specific strategy. Well, that's not necessarily true, but you want to be more aggressive with this card, whereas the Bivouac, it's gonna help a lot of different styles of deck. And especially after first picking a region, I think this makes a lot more sense. So you could take the Headliner if you wanted to. I think the Bivouac makes sense. Well, into a Sagu Wildling now, and actually pretty happy I didn't take the red card, as I think the Wildling is just easily the best card in this pack. Maybe a land could be okay, but yeah, Wildling is real good. So this is a nice start. As always, I would much prefer to be the 5-color dragon deck than I would the Boros/Mardu deck. But if it's open, it's open. There is an Arena Open coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend. The weekend of, what, May 17th? May 16th, so you do want to read the signals if given the opportunity, but I think we're doing fine here. All right, we've got a Stormshriek Feral, Tawnyback, Land, Wayfarer. Don't think you're going to take the Ice Climber anytime this early. Once again, the Land is probably the safest. The Tawnyback and the Wayfarer are both fine, though. I think I like taking the Tawnyback a little bit more than the Wayfarer, though there is something to be said about taking 2 mana spells over 3 mana spells. Formation Breaker. What am I taking if I'm not taking Formation Breaker? Dismal Backwater's okay. Sultai Devotee. Betrayal's okay. I guess I could stay open to like a green, more aggressive green deck. And take the Breaker here. This probably has the best upside. Sure. I'm down for that. After getting the Breaker, I would have preferred to have the Wayfarer, as it would have gone better, I think, but this is all right. Narset. We're not going to be taking that one. This is a solid pack. Temur Monument, Focus the Mind, and a Champion of Dusan. Yeah, Formation Breaker into Champion seems alright. Temur Monument's not bad. The Focus, I guess given our start, I'm okay taking the champion. And like I said, maybe looking to be a more aggressive green deck, perhaps. This doesn't care about what kind of counter, right? As long as you control a creature with a counter. Yeah, the assistant does have synergy there. Though it might be better just to take the jungle hollow if I'm going to take a black card instead. Or if the other option is a black card. That's probably fine. Yeah, go like green-black +1/+1 counters. Certainly could be a thing as we get a Kintree Nurture. I mean, that goes well with that plan. Gonna regret not taking that Wayfarer, though, if that's the route I end up going. Okay, well, see, this is where I do want to take a Forecaster. Pick 9 is kind of perfect. Also, I focus the mind here, not losing much for a green-black +1/+1 counter strat anyway. And that might mean the other focus the mind comes back around too, which would be great. Yeah, we're just very, very open. Green base, but still able to do anything. Let's just take the Leopard over the Initiate. I've never found this card particularly good. It's a strong ability, but the majority of the time it just... you don't feel like wanting to do it, you know? Whereas Leopard always has a home. Same thing with Sarkhan's Resolve. Always a good play. Main deck in this format, easy. Every deck's going to have at least a few flyers. Okay. I mean, if I'm going counters, we could also take the Ice Climber. All right, pack 1, not too shabby. Let's see what pack 2 has. Okay, Whirlwing Stormbrood, that's a good one. Dragon's Prey, there's a War Effort here. Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, I think the Stormbrood makes a little bit too much sense. Actually, now we can go like turn 2. Yikes. I was going to say we can go turn 2 Veteran Ice Climber into turn 3, put 3 1/1 counters on it and attack for 4 and start milling for 4. That's a Dragonback Assault, though, and I don't think there is ever a world where you can pass that. We do lose a Twin Maw, which is sucky. Dragonstorm, I mean, whatever. I get to be the Assault caster now. Into an Exhale or Fresh Start. Beautiful. Well, this is going very well now. So probably going to get rid of that +1/+1 counter plan, as we just have a much, much better core here. I think Fresh Start might be like a little bit better than the Molten Exhale, actually. River Wheel Sweep is solid. There's a Dragon's Prey. Probably wouldn't mind running Routine, honestly. Routine, when I have a Dragonback Assault, is actually really good. Because what you can do is, even if it's, especially if it's in your graveyard, right? You play the Assault, you play a Forest, trigger the Assault, make a 4/4, and then you can immediately harmonize the Routine from your graveyard. Get a land and make another 4/4. Mystic Monastery. That's a blue-red land. There's also a Thornwood Falls, an Island Dragon, a Focus. Another good pack for us. Let's take the Island Dragon here. Do I want an envoy or just another champion? I guess envoy enters as a 5/4, which survives the assault. Oh man, that's a nice pack. Pick 7. Pick 7 Hunter, Bellow, Jungle Hollow, Wayfarer, but the Globe I just have to take. It's fixing its ramp. We already have, what, 3 or 4 dragons? Yeah, we have 4 dragons. 5 even with the... Well, 5 plus with the assault. Yeah. Globe just makes way too much sense there. Okay, this is cool. This is good. Man, 8th pick Riverwheel Assault too. Take it. It's probably going to be 4 mana, maybe 5 in our deck. 5 is like the cusp of what I'd want to play. 4 mana for sure. 3 mana, of course. It's not terrible for 6 mana, but I mean... I guess we'd still probably play the Formation Breaker in this deck. Still an okay 2-drop unless you're going up against Mardu. So what are we on the lookout for? At least one more hit for the Forecaster. Let's take the Snakeskin. Man, Wheeling War Effort is kind of crazy, so not many people doing like a good red aggro-based strategy, perhaps. Let's get the good 4-drop over the Feral. Focus came back. That's great. Ah, man, I want that. Oh, man. I want all these cards. I want the Soultime Monument. I want the Backwater. I want the Focus. But I'm just going to take the Focus. I don't need to splash the Dragon's Prey. We have some decent interaction already. You want that routine. I mean, I guess the Prey is going to be easy enough now. One of Swamp, and then Roamer's Routine, Globe, Hollow, and a Wildling. Yeah, that's more than plenty. So one more good top-end bomb would be great, as another Focus comes. Last pick, Gurmag, is totally playable. Awaken the Honored Dead. Yeah, if I'm going to splash the Dragon's Prey, I can definitely just splash this, but I have a bunch of other good choices here, too. We could just take the Dragon for a second hit for the Forecaster as to not worry about it. We have a Thornwood Falls here, Devotee, Appraiser. I mean, when I have something like Dragonback Assault to draw to, I kind of want to just take the Appraiser to help dig for it. Do I splash the Twin Maw as well? It's certainly good enough. It's either that or the safety pick of a Dispelling Exhale, but I'm willing to take the Stormbrood. I'm going to be splashing red anyways for the Assault, so I don't even necessarily need to run any Mountains for this card, though that would help. Yeah, we're going to want to be running one Mountain anyways. If anything, I don't need to run any Plains. That's what I don't need to run. But maybe we can just pick up a random white source here or there. Opulent Palace is great. Exhale's great. Betrayal would be maybe okay. The Exhale's really good. My dragon count is, what, 5 right now? Yeah, again, the tri-land's just too safe. Another Twin Maw. Okay, well, I'm glad I took the first. So let's start thinking about cutting some of the weaker cards we have, like the Envoy. I'm going to start considering cutting the Formation Breaker now at this point. I think I like everything else thus far. But now we will at least want a little bit of white somewhere outside of the globe. It might just be running one of planes at this point. Makes sense. Or I could take this Tranquil Cove, Roiling Dragonstorm. Yeah, the Dragonstorm's too good. Upwards of, what, 6+ dragons now? This is a good deck. Might even be pushing the territory of running, like, 2 mountains. Nice, Temur Monument was excellent as well. Okay, that might be the deck. Yeah, I was going to say running 2 mountains because we have 2 of the Twin Maws for the burn spell. So basically blue-green splashing red, black, white. Something like that. Another globe. We did it. That's our second target for the forecaster. It's another great piece of fixing. That was a good pack. Wow, what? You're getting an 8th pick Flesh Crafter? That's insane. Holy smokes. Okay. War efforts are still wheeling. There's a Mammoth Bellow here, which I don't even know if we have room for it if we want it. I'm going to probably cut that sweep now. Sheesh. Too many goodies. So am I going 17 or 16 lands? I could probably get away with 16 lands given I have Wildling and Monument. But I think I'd rather go 17 here. We have a lot of stuff to do with our mana, especially with double focus. I can always just pitch excess land. So let's go with 17 lands. Let's find one card to cut. I guess I could just cut the Leopard. Like, not have any 2-drop creatures at all. But still have plenty of 2-mana interaction. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, this deck's pretty good. 1 plains is sufficient. I don't need 3. 2 mountains, though, I think is going to be right. And then, let's see, 6, 7 blue, 4, 5, 6 green. So I think I'm going to go down to 1 mountain and go up on both of green and blue. So that's going to be 7 green, 8 blue. That looks pretty nice. Oh, I'm missing an Opulent Palace. Great, that's even better. Guess I can cut one of the islands then. Sweet. So still 8 blue. That's actually 8 green now. Maybe I don't need that much green. No, we can probably go back up on 1 more blue. That deck's very good. I would expect nothing less than 4 wins on average. I think this is a really solid deck. I think we drafted pretty well. There might have been a pretty nice red deck somewhere in here, in the draft, as war efforts were wheeling, and like there was a shock brigade going late as well. But okay, this is a keeper. It's a little bit awkward on initial glance, but then Temur Monument can grab blue, which unlocks the Island Dragon, which is another way to cycle. And now we have Sibsig on turn 3 instead, so that's going to be nice. Well, the sucky thing here is grabbing an island, which is our most represented color, right? That's unfortunate, because I'm most likely to draw islands, but of course it... Okay, well, that just seems like bad luck, but It is what it is. There she is. Okay, gonna get a Dragon Mirror match here. Wow, they cast a million spells that turn. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and just cycle that off. Alright, well... I'd be very happy here if they just, like, sacrifice their Teamer Monument. Sorry, not Teamer, they're Sultai. No, I take it back. I wanted you to sacrifice the other one. Let's go Globe into just praying off their 5/5 right now. And now we're hoping they use the Sultai Monument instead. Because that would be a great Dragonback assault. I don't think we're going to run out the assault into open mana, however, so... And I will still play one more land out. I think holding up Resolve makes sense in case they have like a Rebuke or something. Well, I did say it. I did say it, so I guess I'm going to do it. Even though it is very likely they're going to play a dragon at some point, right? But... if I'm going to call a card, I better use it. Whoa! Alright, and I'm getting huge punished. My lordy. Because I do not have many ways to deal with that thing. So let's just start making 5/5 dragons. Yeah, I very much regret having used my Resolve to save a 5/5 token, but it is what it is. Ah! I called both things. I called both things. They had the Rebuke, priced into saving my 5/5, and then they had the big dragon. Oh my, they had Fangkeeper's Familiar to kill my Dragonback Assault? That is absurd. Ay, ay, ay. Spectral Denial for 1? I'm never playing around that there. I'm holding the land to discard to focus. Oh, holy crap. This has just been an insanely brutal case of our opponents having, like, the perfect card against us. Like, actually. Wow, that's a tough beat. I mean, I guess I should play around it. That's the one card they could have for a single blue mana there, right? I guess. Like, thinking about it, if I draw 3 spells and have to discard a spell, I'm still left with 2, so... Huh. Yeah, I'm willing to believe I made a mistake. Okay. They must have another card in their hand then. Yeah. They didn't play out their Abzan, so they clearly have something. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sure. Well, we could still draw our own Flesh Crafter or something. Not our own, but our Flesh Crafter to play our own Meringue is what I mean. The crazy thing is they're still signifying that, or signaling that they have 5 spells in their hand. Yeah, I mean, I just have to be dead here, right? I guess I'm gonna win more games by doing this. Gonna have their own assault or something silly. Okay. We actually stood a chance there, but yeah, man, that sequence lineup was just so perfect against us. They had the Rebuke, I priced myself into using the Resolve, then they had the Meringue, which couldn't kill, then they had the enchantment removal for my Assault. Oh, man. Then I ran into the Spectral Denial versus a singleton blue mana open. Yeah. I think saving my 5/5 token was fine, just unfortunate. Them having the Fanekeeper's Familiar, I mean, whatever, I can't do anything about that. So maybe the one play that only could have been done differently is playing the land to not get countered by the Spectral, so. You say good beats on that one. These are the sort of hands I hate, but I don't think you ever mulligan them, right? We're on the play, we have stuff to do. Looks like we'll be going against the Boros, alright. Not doing anything on turn 4 really sucks, but... Alright. Jesus. The downside about playing the Pummeler out is that if they have a removal spell, I haven't held up the Snakeskin Veil. The Fleshcrafter is going to be pretty abysmal here. Alright, so they sack, I take 5, I go to 9. Guess I pass here. Glad to see they went to combat without playing the effigy. The Dalkovan encampment's going to be an issue. But maybe they play like a Mardu Shrieker or something that we can fleshcraft to good ability. Nah, see, that's not good. Dragonback Assault there would have been clutch. Still would be good next turn if we can find it. Okay. Good use of our Snakeskin Veil. We're still very far behind, but we have a chance. I don't think I can just focus this turn, right? I lose, because then they go Effigy, Activate Encampment. That pings me down to 5. Attack all. Block, block. Yeah, that doesn't work. I have to make a creature this turn. Am I still dead? If they go Effigy plus Activate Encampment, I go to 5. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I would go to 1. I believe. But they should still activate the encampment and just like chump attack with their brigade, if nothing else. Oh yeah, this makes sense too. They can give it flying. So I take 1 in the... Oh, right. The Starry-Eyed Skyrider gives them all flying as well, so yeah. No, I'm just screwed without ripping. Okay, we have a very good card that we can draw here. That is not it. Well, if they somehow choose not to go for it... Didn't think I'd be starting 0-2 with this deck, because it's pretty good. It's Magic, baby. Gosh. Ooh, misery. Misery, misery, misery. Lo and behold, Mountain turn 1 on the play. Okay, but it does not look like it's going to be Boros Beats this time. So we'll just take our time playing out our lands. Right of Renewal. If they're holding up a counter, it's fine if they counter my Pummeler. If they don't, that's good as well. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm okay with them blowing up my Regent with their Strike Master. Kind of wanted to play the Team Monument that turn, because then I could activate it this next turn. Hello there. Holy smokies. I guess I just kill this now before they can flash it back super easily. Or whatever, harmonize it super easy. I mean, they can still harmonize it this turn, but... Man, where are my focused? We have a Roiling Dragonstorm, which would be great. Sibsig Appraiser. 2 focus. We have very few bad draws if it's not a land. It's fine by me. Okay. All the colors. All right. That's a good draw. Oh, well, I don't have white, so. I guess I'm just going to make another 5/5, actually. Hope they don't have Ureni. Monument holding up a blue. Okay. Well, not a bad thing to continuously draw our roasts. Alright, we'll take it. I have faded the Disaster 03 with a good deck. Like I said, though, it is very surprising if we get anything less than 4 wins on average, so I guess if this is not an average draft experience, we could always run worse, but this is where we'll start running the table, I'm sure. Just running poorly. Okay. I'm gonna pitch the routine and then probably Bloomvine for 2 forests if we can find a green source on turn 3. Great. Oh, even better, we're not playing against Mardu. Thank God. We have more green sources in the deck, so we want to play Swamp and then maybe discard Forest. Excellent. Actually, I only have 2 more forests in the deck, I believe, right? But I still think we want to do this. Next turn I can play the Pummeler and hold up Veil, which is kind of good. And even better, my opponent did nothing on their turn 3, or I guess turn 4. They missed a land drop? Is that what happened? Mama Fenza. If they have a pump effect, this is worse. But anything else, this is better. Oh, I take it back. That was a very good pump effect for them to have. I figured it was going to be like Sarkhan's Resolve for +3/+3, so that worked out beautifully in our favor. Pretty good. Alright, and now let's push the advantage since they're missing lands. Ooh, the Blade. I'm going to end of turn kill the Sultai Devotee since they're missing land drops and that has Death Touch. Let's play the Regent, gain 3 life, bounce our Dragonstorm. Still think we discard Hollow there. I mean, I could discard Fleshcrafter too, but that's whatever. Feels like they're too far behind for it to really matter how we sequence now. And that's probably a scoop. Though I don't even get to make a dragon out of it this turn. The classic island, swamp, forest, plains. Play Dragonback Assault. Alright. Things are happening once more. 2-2 now. From the bottom of the barrel, there's only one way to go. Continuing on the bottom. Deeper in the hole. No, this is fine. This is a keep. We've got a turn 1 forecaster, and even though we're on the draw, there aren't that many ways to kill the forecaster on their turn 2. So as long as I just don't brick on a 3rd land, the forecaster grabs the globe. The globe obviously fixes for everything else, you know? And even better yet, I have 2 globes to go grab. So, I think this is fine. Because what? I'm going to be 15 out of 33 to draw land on the first draw step. Then if I brick, it'll be 15 out of 32. And then it'll be 15 out of 30, so we would need to hit a very poor percentage to not hit a land. Okay, and now we don't even have to sweat about that, so that's good. They did, in fact, have the way to kill my 0-3, which is sick, because now if I don't draw a green source... Wow. That's actually insane, though. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding? This is absurd. This is just another one of those low rolls where our opponent has... the interaction. That's so frustrating. I can't believe this. Alright, well, let's draw another forest this turn. Holy crap, dude. Forest into the Dragonback Assault, and I can maybe get out of this. If there was ever a time where they give me Assault, it would be perfect right now. Does that save me? I go to 8? No, we would be dead on board. So I have to go to 10 here. They have only one card, well, 2 now that we don't know about. So if they don't have a removal spell, this is actually where I can start stabilizing. I have to block this. Oh, wait, no! The Dawnbreaker kills me. That's right. The Dawnbreaker pumps the bearer and I get hit exactly for 10. Wow. Okay, I mean, what are you gonna do? Did I lose 2 of my games versus Boros or something? I thought I drafted that very well. And sometimes, you know, variant strikes. I don't think that was an average result for this deck. I think this deck was pretty good. We had good fixing, good top end, pretty good interaction. Could have used a little bit more, of course, but decent. No, wait. We had 2 Stormbroods. 2 Stormbroods, Fresh Start, Resolve, Prey. Yeah, it's just one of those games. One of those drafts. Faded the 0-3, but 2 and 3 is basically the same, as we did not get that 1,000 gem bump, so. Thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.